Hi, and you're welcome to today's analysis. Now we are going to be analyzing this particular design. Now, I always love to show us all the necessary parts and try to highlight what their widths are. Now, as a beginner, you may find it challenging to know what the width of what you have, like this one now. You may be wondering, okay, how do I know what this width is? That's one of the major challenges we normally have when it comes to cutting pattern as a beginner. Now, what I normally encourage that my students do is try to pick up your ruler and check the width of your rulers. Try to actually check, okay, is this wider than my ruler? For example, as far as I am concerned, this is actually wider than my ruler. And on normal circumstances, what I do sometimes is I try to actually place my ruler on, let's say, on a plain sheet and try to see, okay, if I said I'm going to be using exactly 3 centimeters for this width, will it be perfectly okay? Now, don't forget that this size, the width you are going to be using, is going to be solely determined by whatever size you want to work with, because somebody wearing size 40 will need a wider one compared to somebody that is wearing size 45, for example. So on a normal circumstances, one of the things I do is I use my ruler, rule on top of a plain sheet and check the width whether it looks like it. That's what I do. And I find out that over time, when you watch my analysis over and over, you will get to understand the best way to actually do it and before you know it, you get used to it. When you see a particular width, you can say, okay, this is the width, because you are used to taking measurements. The more you are used to taking measurements using ruler, using measurement tape, the more you will be used to seeing sizes, width, and being able to averagely say, okay, this thing looks like size 4 centimeter. This looks like 5 centimeter. This looks like 6 centimeter. What I'm seeing on the screen for me, if you ask me, now I need you to know that you may not be outrightly correct with your width, but over time you will begin to actually, get it. It may not be 100%, but at least if you can get 80% of what the width look like, I think it's a good way to start. So for this particular width, I'm going to say that, okay, I'm working with size 40, for example, or I'm working with size 42. Let's say between 40 to 42. I can actually use like 5 centimeters as this width, and I can use 4 centimeters. So when I say 5 centimeters, it means I'm going to be using what? I'm going to be using like 2 inch. That's what it means. Now, you can make it actually wider than that, but I think it will be looking so awkward if you ask me. This thing should not be as wide as 7 for any circumstance, for any reason. Should it be as wide as that? If you ask me, I'm just talking in my own opinion. For any reason, if you are even working with size 45, I think if you use 6 for them, it will be at least it will still be okay. 6 centimeter wide or 6.5. I don't think 7 will be okay, because it might be too wide and it will be looking very funny. And you can see that there is quite a distance between this particular attachment here, this one here. There's a distance between here and here. You understand? So if you get it wider, you find out that it will end up being here. Like the whole width will now be from here to here. It becomes wider. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to suggest that for that place, you can use like 5 centimeter, between 4 to 6 centimeter. I think will be fair, depending on the size you're working with. Now, let's quickly move to another part. Now, the length from this side to this side, this lower part here, is going to be determined by the size you're also working with. I hope you know that. And I think the major part of this design, the major part, if you ask me, is this part for those who may not understand how to create this. And I'm going to briefly explain, how do I create this kind of a design? The first thing you want to ask yourself is, what is the width of this and what is the width of this? So if I'm going to be using like 2 centimeters for the width or 1 inch for each of these widths, what does it mean? This is 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. This is 1 inch, 2.5. It means these two widths, that is actually 5.0 centimeter for the 2 inch, or if you want to use it in inch, you can just say that 2 inch. Now, the next thing you want to also look at is this little distance here. This little distance here looks like maybe 1.5 or so. So I am just trying to help you to come up with something. It's not necessary that this has to be 2.5. For me, I would prefer this to be just 2 centimeters if I'm working between 40 to 42. If you are working with 43 to 45 or 46, you can make it as wide as 1 inch. If you ask me, I hope you get what I'm trying to say. And don't forget that whatever your width is here, whatever this whole width is here, has a relationship with whatever this the width of this whole one, this particular initial one, it has a relationship with it. So from what I have here, what I'm just going to do now is, you can see that I've tried as much as possible to know what the width is. Now for me, I will use 2 centimeter. Like I said, I'm going to use 2 here, and I'm going to say that in between here is just about 1 centimeter or 1.5. So 2 plus 2, that is 4. 4 plus 1.5, that is what? 5.5 centimeter. So on the average, I have this whole place to be what? 5.5 centimeter. So when you see that, what do you now do? How do you create this particular one with that? But this is what I'm going to do. I want to also understand the length of this side to actually this side plus my lasting allowance. So somebody is looking at this. How do I know where to position it? See, if you look at the space here, that's because I'm just trying to teach you how to analyze a design when you see it. That's particularly what we are doing. If you look at that distance, that space inside that place, what does it look like? It looks like an inch width. That's why I told you, you have to learn to use your ruler. In short, the assignment I'm going to be giving you after you watch this video is, get your ruler, cut out a strap that is 20 centimeter long and that is 2 centimeter wide. Cut another one that is 2.5 centimeter wide but the same 20 centimeter. Cut another one that is 3 centimeter. Cut them in different sizes like that. Hang them on the wall around you and write their width on it. Over time, when you see any width that looks like that, you will be able to capture what the width is when you see it in the picture. That is the assignment I'm going to be giving you. And make sure you do that. Snap, and anyhow you want to do it, let me see the picture. You can share it and tag me on my Facebook or on my Instagram at Jibbyfemforte. And if you are able to see this any other place that you think you can easily reply me, please do it and then put it, do it up to like 5 centimeter wide strap. Let all of them be 20 centimeter length, but make it 2. In short, you can even decide to make, what did they call it, 1 centimeter, 1.5, 2 centimeter, make it to 5 centimeter. And make sure you use a very bold number on it. Write the number boldly: 2 centimeter wide, 1 centimeter wide, 1.5 centimeter wide. And each time you see it, I want you to know that it's registering in your brain and in your creative mind what the width of 20 centimeter will look like anywhere you see it, even inside pictures. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So that's the reason I can tell you, okay, this one looks like 2.5. I hope you get it. And from here to here, I think I need to do that again. From where this is stopping here to this side, it's actually, it has to do with the width that we are using here, which is 2. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So when I say this place to this place, I'm using 2. I said I'm using 2 for this. I said this in between looked like 2.5. So it means this side is going to be 2. And this one is going, the extra here is going to be like 2.5. That's about 4.5. So let's say on the average, where you are going to be inserting this is going to be about 4 centimeter away from where the strap starts, the strap ends rather. Are you getting what I'm trying to explain? Please let me know if you are getting this. I need to show us what I'm saying. Now, this is what I'm trying to say. So from this place, this where you have this pink, and from this pink down here is what I'm talking about. Make it like 4 centimeter. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? That's what you should make it. So now, if that side is 4 centimeter, you still have a little bit excess here. All of this will be determined by the size of the footwear you are working with. But on the average, just make sure that the distance from where you are punching, which is this place and this place, you understand. Don't forget that this place is not the actual size, actual point here. It's not the same point. You understand. But when you are placing this particular shape, you place it in such a way that you place it in such a way before you pick this particular opening and this particular opening in such a way that it's 4 centimeter away from this edge. You understand what I'm trying to say? Make it 4 centimeter away from the edge. I hope you get that. So when we leave that, what we are going to do next, I wanted to explain to us what how to create this cuff part. So now that I have concluded that this part, is actually 5.5, I am going to draw a shape, like a rectangular shape. Now, since from here to here is like 4, we have agreed that, okay, let's say we are using like 4.5 or 4. since that side is that, I'm just going to use, because you can use your leg to position this. You should know that this place is actually not at the center of the shoe last, is by the side. So since it's by the side, all you need to do at this point is you can use your leg. If you are creating for yourself, you can use your leg. But if you are not creating for yourself, if you are creating for another person, you can use their feet if you are a beginner. If you have shoe last, use your shoe last to actually look at this particular position on the feet. It's just by the side of the leg before your ankle, or directly on top of your feet. Where your ankle is, just check directly on top of that part at your ankle bone. Your ankle bone. Let's say this is the ankle bone. Just look straight down this way. So this spot, you understand, that is with the place where this one is, this particular part is. I hope you understand that one. Please, you might have to watch this over again to be able to understand exactly what I'm explaining. So now let's go to this part. How do I create? This is what I'm suggest you do. Now, if you have finalized on the distance, like you have finalized, you have checked, and then you maybe this side is actually, let's say I want to assume it's like 8 centimeter. You can decide to work in whichever centimeter I want to assume. So what I will do is I will draw a line. The width is going to actually be 5 centimeter or 5.5 as the case may be. Then this length will be the length of from here to this place plus the lasting allowance, don't forget. So that is going to be this particular part. This part is still going to be our 5.5, which is the width from here to here, including this space in between it. So what I will do is locate the middle point here, the middle point of this for 5.5. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Please, I need you to follow me on this. Locate the midpoint. So at this midpoint here, you have the option of actually opening this a bit wide, 1 centimeter here and 1 centimeter here. Like measure 1 centimeter from the middle. Let me try to, from this midpoint, this middle here, measure is 0.5 to this side, measure is 0.5 to this side, so that this middle will just be like 1 centimeter. Then you draw this down and also draw this down. So what you do next is, you have created an opening. It's not an opening. This is not like this, it's not joining it like that. It's here and here is flowing from here. What you will do is make sure that you curve this part and also curve this corner. I think I need to use another color for you to see. Curve this part and curve this part. Then begin to expand. Use your measurement tape or your ruler to expand around to 2 or 2.5 centimeter. It depends on the width you want. So this is going to look like this. Can you see what it looks like? So at the end of the day, we are still going to maintain the width we need, and then this is going to come this way. Let me check if I can pick another color to do that. So it's going to be like this. Don't worry, this place is going to be very tiny. I said you should just expand. From here it will be 0.5, from the middle to this side to 0.5. Locate the middle of the 5.5 or 5. It depends on the width that you use. Then this is going to be this. You make it curve. I just expanded from here to this place by 2 centimeters. Use your ruler. Just expand it all around. Like expand. Take the measurements and go around like that. Then you join it together later. Like, we have right here. And that is what you are going to insert into, that space that we have here. I'm going to be cleaning this. So we are going to use it for that space that we have. So after we have done that, then we are going to position it in such a way that it can easily stay. You're going to I've showed us how you should position it so that by the time you finish positioning, it's not going to be looking like it's not going to enter where you want it to enter. I'm coming. I'm just trying to clean this, and we have to patiently do that. So that you can see, that's the reason I'm trying to clean it. So now when you want to position, let me clean this one. When you want to insert it, or when you want to know where to put this is what you should do. First of all, place, it's round. Place it there. Don't forget I say place it at about 4 or 4.5 centimeter away from this edge. Can you see the edge of this long one, the edge of this long strap here? So place it there. When you place it, then you can come down and create a V shape towards the tip of that design, towards the tip. Don't just put it anywhere, because if you put it away from the tip, by the time you fix it in, it will still come out and become longer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I hope you understand anyway. And then that is all you need to do as far as this is concerned. That is all you have to do. Now for the front part, you are still going to follow the same thing. Of course, you're going to follow this one is actually the total width of this whole place. And then this one is your choice, how wide you want it to look like. You can decide to make it 3, you can decide to make it 4 or 3.5, that part. Then another point is, okay, the sole determinant of what this part is going to look like, this one here, is the size you are working with. The size you are working with. So you want to add this one, let's say we use 5, plus whatever the length is. You can use your feet. Just cut out the paper and place on your feet the way you want to place it, and then use your ruler, your measurement tape, to actually place the measurement tape around here. Then do as if it's going in between your biggest toe and the next one. But don't forget to add like 3 centimeter lasting allowance to it. You understand? So whatever you get is going to be the length. You know, whatever that is going to be the length for this particular part. I think that's just the major thing about that. And then for the folding of this part, I'm going to suggest maybe you should make it like 2 centimeter, or yes, like 2 centimeters, so that when you finish folding it, it will not be too tiny. This look more like a cord. It looks like something is suspended in between this particular strap, but I need you to be very careful when you are doing this, or else it will be too thick and it will be painful. If you are using a genuine leather, I think 2 centimeter will be okay for this particular part, which is this one, this part of it, just this part. Because after you have drawn all of this, you see, that's how wide it will be. So it will be wide like that. It is when you fold it that it will become tiny, like this one. It will be looking like this when you fold it. So I think 2 centimeter will be fine. Just fold it in, like you are closing the pleats to come and face themselves. So it will be exactly like this. And if you want to put something in between the cord, I'm going to suggest you put something that is really very tiny. Don't put a cord that is big. Yeah, don't put something that is big. If you want to put foam, you can also put foam inside if you so desire. You can cut a tiny strap of leather and put it inside it, then wrap it all over it too. You have those options too. And if you want to insert separately, because this look like something that was inserted separately, as if they inserted this one into this opening here. That's what it looks like, but no, it's not. Because if you look at it very well, you find out that it folded in this side. You understand? That's what it looked like. But at the same time, I am seeing something bulging out here. I don't know if you can see it. I think I should use something is bulging out here. I don't know if you can see it. Something is bulging out there. So you can also, I believe it's what was suspended in between this. What they suspended in may be the one showing here. You understand? Showing at this particular area. It may be the one showing inside there. So you have so many ways. If you don't want to cut them all together, you can cut them separately. What does that mean? It means you are going to be cutting this part, you know, separately. Then create this cord, insert it in it, and then stitch it down. Yes, you can do that too. It's not a big, there's no problem with that. You can do it like that. So, and then what else have we not talked about here? I think this one, I'm going to give you the assignment. Please let me know in the comment section, what is the width of the thumb? What is the width of this particular toe ring? Yeah, tell me, what is that width? With that particular width. I hope with this you should be able to create this. If you would love to see more of this, and you want to be able to analyze designs, you want to be able to create this yourself, I want you to go ahead in the comment section also and comment, I'm interested in your pattern cutting class. The class is 7,500. it has over 40 different designs. I think I added about 10 more designs. It used to be 40. I've added like 10 extra. And all of this we equip you with the creative ability to be able to see a design and analyze it. I'm still your shoemaking made easy tutor, Odurole Mojibola. I'm going to see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. It's because I'm sharing, that's why you can actually access it. So don't forget to also share. Tell somebody about Jibbyfemforte today, and let us all grow together in the year 2025. Probably you are meeting me for the first time. All we do on this channel is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. And if you would love to be part of our community, go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the notification bell. You can actually join us also in contributing to the progress and the running of our videos on this channel. By clicking the join button, you can actually be a part of, you can commit yourself to actually partnering with us to make every of this video possible to be uploaded at every point in time. In this year 2025, we're going to try as much as possible. Every week we're going to be having a live session, at least one live session. We are going to be having 2 upload and then 1 analysis, just like I am doing now. So it's going to be a fully packed year. We're going to be starting our children footwear class by January 19th. The class is 17,500. If you're not in Nigeria, it's $15. You can let me know in the comment section and I will share with you all of the details that you need to know. You can also use the WhatsApp contact on the screen to actually send us a message now asking us about our classes. I want you to know that all we do is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. I am going to see you in my next video. Bye.